All right. We are getting started. Let me open up Airtable. Hello, how are you today? Oh, I forgot to tell TikTok that I'm live because they've really been liking those videos. Hold on. You are early, Athena. If I haven't read your character yet and you are here, tell me. TikTok told me. Oh, very good. We're just getting started. Hold on, let me tell TikTok super fast that I'm live. I'm sure you all know. Yes, you get to be here. Hello, Jackson. Yes, I recognized your username. Hello, we're going live and we are reading through your original TTRPG characters. Come on by and see if I can get to yours before the live is over. Yeah, that's it. Oh, my hair. How are y'all letting me be here with my hair like this? Nope, this is bad. I hated that. Velgar, love me some Velgar. Okay. You know what? Let's just let TikTok do its work. You know what? Who needs a video? Who needs a video? Okay, we are just getting started making the list. We've got, I'm just gonna erase everything from before. Athena. Holy shit. Let me know what your character name is. X Light Skelly. I don't think we did yours yesterday. I'm so sorry. I'm already trying to catch up on the chat. I meant to do this. It got wilder. Okay. Someone else is gonna need to start doing this. Pierce the Spotted. Eden Talbron. I know we've done some of y'all, but not most of y'all. Delma. Sophie. Evander Godfrey. Oh, it scrolls so fast. Truly. Truly. Wait, what's wrong with the name? And then we had Jackson, Dustcard. Did we not read Dustcard? Could have sworn we read Dustcard. Or did I just read it on the list so many times? Nick. Okay, that totally checks out. Kane Muriel. Mariel. Character name. Too many chains. Brick. Nicholas Bright. Horn. Zombie. Oh man. Scarlet. Jung. We may already be at the max because I'm not gonna go 3 hours today. I cannot. My voice was literally gone. Pierce the Spotted. We've got another Donavan today. Okay, I got Magnus. X-Light. Your second, Merathana. Hey. Yeah, I was struggling. So I cannot do that to myself today. Oh god, everything's getting mixed up. I'm gonna end up with weird... Yeah, I'm any Bart's mothers today? We're just kidding. I know, Bart's mothers killed us all. Hey Jack, no, not yet. Okay, I know I've missed people already. I'm gonna read you what I have, and if you're here and you already told me, you're gonna have to tell me again. Athena with Levinia, X-Light with Merathana, Skellyfied with Delma, Pierce Spotted with Donavan the Pink. I have Eden but no character name, Talbrun but no character name, Brick with Nicholas Brigthorn, Sophie with Evander Godfrey, Claire with Seanna, Sylphius with Kane Mariel, Jackson with Duskard, Voice with Dorion, with Kerr, robertboko with Nick, Detron with Magnus, Ian Kelly. I typoed the hell out of these. I'm so sorry. Too many chains. And then Zombie, Scarlet Young, Pink Menace, don't have a character name, or that was a character. Hypatia with Hayes, or vice versa, and Jack with Rick Carver, maybe? Detron, I think I got Magnus on there. Storm. Oh, wow. I am all over the place. Ictus Tempestuous. Sienna. Ah, haha. I'm really good at that. It would be very helpful if... Lainey with Astoria. I saw your name, it just didn't get down. I'm so sorry. Hayes with Imrus Aphelion. Ah, there we go. I must have put those backwards. Woo! I'm probably... I know, we're already too far. We're already too many. Dust Joe with... Or Dustin Bruise. Thaddeus Todros. We might have to ask you that again because I think I just typoed already and I'm not scrolling. Pink Minutes with Hypatia. My name is Luke. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I got that mixed up. Talbrun with Ezra. Nephros. Hey, Pepsi. Yes. Really quick, if you were here yesterday, and I will recognize you, please don't lie to me. If you have been here on a previous stream and you were on the list, but we did not get to you, I'd like to do you first real quick. Some of you I've already kind of tried to bump up. But I'd like to try and get folks who have been here several times and not gotten read as much as possible. Just to like try and help that out. Yes. There's still a long list that way. Yes, with Gnist. Oh, never this early. Oh, all good. All good. I'm doing what I think is like semi-fair rerun here. Yeah, I think the list needs to already be closed today. This is already gonna be too many. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and I don't even think we're gonna get to 20, and there's more. You post clips of lives on TikTok. Great question. I may get to that. The first session is totally lost. TikTok Studio says there's a download, but the 3-hour video is actually only 2 seconds long, and it's me putting on my chapstick at the beginning, and that's it. So I was going to make that a VOD on YouTube, but I don't know how to recover the lost 3 hours that TikTok is supposed to give me. I did record yesterday's. It was already yesterday? Was it yesterday? Was it the day before? I think it was yesterday. I've lost track of time because time is fake. I know, the very important chapstick video. Yes, that was only yesterday. Yeah, so that's lost. The first session is lost, but yesterday is recorded. Yesterday is up on YouTube. Yesterday's one is up on YouTube. I did add like timestamps for all the different stories. I may eventually, I am considering seeing if I can like condense You're already pretty high on the list. I don't think we need to bump. But that's up. So that's on YouTube. I've added chapters for all the different stories. And then words and thoughts. Perhaps one day when I have time and energy, I will go through and try to condense each of the readings into TikTok videos separately. Just for fun, because I think I think people will enjoy those, but it will take more time to go through, and do that. Yeah, it's just a compilation of finding and defeating the Bard's mother. So yeah, I do think that will be fun content to do. I just don't know when I'll get to it. But I am now locally recording these so that I can have them and not rely on TikTok to give them to me later. Which is what I did for session 1, which was a mistake because all I have is a frickin' chapstick video. I will probably not do today's. What was his mother's name? I will probably not get today's as fast as I did yesterday's, because that took me a minute and it took forever to upload, and then I was up till way too late in the morning doing that. So I will probably just get to that tomorrow or the day after, but it will be up eventually on YouTube. So there's that. Okay, because I expect to stream more like 2 hours today instead of 3, I am going to stop talking at 10 minutes in. Chapstick sponsorship. If Blistex, this is actually my favorite. I am not sponsored, but if Blistex wanted to provide me with lifetime medicated lip ointment here in the EU, which they do not sell here, I have to get this when I visit my family back home in the States. I would love that. Thanks, because I know that camera focusing hard. Yeah, I don't have the... Oh, you're on there. You're on there. I'm so sorry, Codycoo. You are up there. You're like number 5 or 6. You're in there. Codycoo. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Maybe? I've definitely lost the plot. The camera's like, yes. Unfortunately, people, I've already way too long. I already don't think I can get to the list that we've made in the first, like, 5 minutes. I like this camera. I would like a camera that can do... I would like I like this camera. It's the... Also, Sony. Shout out to Sony. Would you also sponsor me? Sony, I have the Alpha 6000. I would really like to pick up a camera that can support 4K, because then I can shoot wide, but then edit still in HD tall for TikTok and do videos that are wide. I have no sponsors. I would love to change that by the end of this year, but you know. I would love to shoot wide and then crop HD for TikTok, but be able to still post like a full screen video on YouTube, for example, of all the things, which, yeah. Where's the plot? All right, I said I was gonna stop talking. And I didn't. We're gonna start reading stories. The plot was the friends who made it along. We require lore. Yeah, I would love I would love to figure out some sponsors, like between camera gear, lighting gear, which I guess kind of often are in the same place. And then, I feel like I'm okay on microphones. I'm being gifted a microphone to do some voice acting on a podcast right now, which I'm really excited about. This will be my first voice acting gig. And other things. I also want a lot of instruments. Yeah, I've got dreams. Oh, thank you, Jackson. Yeah, no, it'll be my first thing, and I think it'll be a recurring... It won't be a recurring role, but I will be a recurring lightning gear. Lighting. I just have a lot of I have some really cheap LED lights that I throw little gels on to do all this. And I would love to make those like the LED, like RGB LED lights, so that I can actually like do more and actually maybe like a proper key light. I really like made my own little invention here. Hold on, the show is a long name that I've forgotten off the top of my head. It's something about a swordsman adventures. It's terrible. I'm currently in the middle of waiting for things for it. Hold on, I have it. Yes, wanted swordsman for hire. Something about a swordsman adventure? It's literally wanted swordsman for hire. It's the name of it. And I will be on episode 4, but I'm waiting on the new mic. They liked my acting, but they were not satisfied with my mic, so they're sending me one as a gift. It's nepotism. The music, the guy who does music is my uncle. But it is still, I had to audition. I did not just get the role. And now they're gonna send, my uncle's sending me a podcast. So there is nepotism involved, but I did audition. I did earn my stuff. Yes, Gentle Fracture. Correct. That's my uncle's band. Nipo, this is my first nepotism experience. Like, it's my first for something like this. No, that'd be really cool. No, I need something, I've been interested, and looking for opportunities, and then my uncle reached out, and the producer, knew that I do music, and wasn't, like, thought that was cool, but wanted to hear my actual voice acting before agreeing to have me on, so I did an audition, and, yeah. They're sending me a Rode NT1A, I think. Anywho, nepotism. Just gotta be straightforward about that. I don't want to lie about that. It is still a voice acting gig. I know, I'm excited! So I'm hoping that'll also be fun to, like, use on my projects here. Okay. Ah, that'd be awesome. No, I would love to do more voice acting. This will be my first thing, so I thought that's a good, like, portfolio experience regardless. It'll be fun. Then, like, they give creative, like, if you listen to it, it's pretty well produced podcast. It was part of why I'm super excited about it and felt very honored that they are having me on, even if it was a nepotism find. Okay, we're gonna read stories. I said that like 10 minutes ago. Oh, I just started Centaur World. Thank you, y'all are awesome. Thank you for all the good vibes. Okay, Pepsi, are you here? Pepsi with Alya. We just started. We already have a new list, and it is already overflowing. And it turns out that I can't shut up, and therefore will probably not get through as many as I'm hoping. Oh yeah, good thought. List is already overflowed. I am so sorry, no more today. Oh, now look what I've done. Come on, let me edit it. There we go. I'm so sorry. Okay, well, we will do more. This was just we should consider this one a bonus one. Yes, that's overflowing, just like the test. Consider this a bonus read-through. I was not going to do today, especially after yesterday. But look at me. Oh no. Look at me. I already have my hot beverage today. It's already ready to keep my voice soothed from the beginning. It's too hot to drink still. Alright. Alya. Pronounced Alya. Volkov. She, hers. Human. A level 17 wizard, Order of Scribes, level 3 cleric, Twilight. Yes, there will definitely be more streams, and eventually, of all, I do have my water! Eventually, enough of you will have come often enough that we will have gotten through everyone who's been coming by. Like, if you keep showing up, eventually, new people will stop being here. I just found last year, everyone was so excited for, like, the first couple of videos, or, like, the first month or two, and then interest dropped off. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's just because I'm really terrible at keeping a schedule, and so people got tired of waiting for me to spontaneously be ready for a new song, or what. But definitely, like, there was a huge, so if you hang out, I'm suddenly, like, way more free after, like, a month or two of the eventual, like, yeah, people lose hope. People lose, I don't know, everything, when something is new, there's a lot of energy around it, and it's really great, and I love to ride that wave, and I love to find ways to keep it feeling new and fresh, but ultimately, it can't always be this hype and this hype, otherwise I would never get anything done. Not me, I'm built different. So you just gotta know if you stick it out, like, it will stop being so hype and there will be more time to read through things and stuff. So, I'm, you know, and it's always great, when things ride the high, but anyways, I respect my own energy. And therefore, because of my undiagnosed, I call it undiagnosed because I've not yet tried to get it diagnosed. Fairly certain I've got ADHD, and that makes schedules and stuff real hard. So I try to find different ways and flows and energy, whatever that like works for me. And while I cannot always follow a consistent schedule per se, I certainly will continue showing up when I can, as I can, and that I will always do. So will not always be perhaps the ideal content creator schedule that you're supposed to do, like if you listen to all the advice people. I'm built different. I can't do that. I will continue to show up in my own way in my own time. Yeah, that's the thing. So it may not look ideal, but I'm gonna keep being here, keep doing what I can as I can. Alright, party roll for Alya. Strict mom. Thank you. Strict mom, best intentions for everyone, but straight to business. Backstory. Small farming village named Kaggle. She left after the brutal murder of Fanir, her grandfather and mentor. His house burned down and she witnessed the culprit. Ooh. Seemingly got dropped by the guards. Turns out Fanir faked his death to join the Doomsday/demon cult. The weave is actually living souls and the constant use of magic is killing it. By the way, the weave killed Mistra for keeping them in slavery. The party are a bunch of idiots and would get themselves killed. Her religious beliefs can't stand for that. And thank you all for all the support. I really, I try to be really upfront's the wrong word. I try to be very intentional about how I word things. I say, having thrown around a lot of strange, funny words and phrases on accident, but for how I position things, because I think there's nuance there, and I think it's important, for example, to respect your energy, and I want to be my best self for me, and I hope that by modeling what I'm trying to do and what I've learned in my life, that will help others as well. It's a huge reason I've always been very open about sharing my journey and my perspective, not necessarily because I think I'm always, like, right about everything, but I think that we all learn from each other when we share our experiences, and I think that whether or not I'm right is less important important in that context, then I am sharing my journey, and there's something to be learned from that when we openly share our journeys that way. And we don't owe anyone our journey, but when you feel comfortable and safe enough to do that, that's a really beautiful thing. And to be able to exchange that, I don't know, just a random thought, but that's why I try to be also, I try to find my phrases and use them well that way, because I think it helps equip others when they could benefit from it. You're always your best self because time is always and never passing. Yes, very true. All right, current story arc for Alya. During the campaign, we have been taking jobs against the cult as part of Alya's investigation, or been gaining favors from an immortal Tony Stark named Edward Wright, trying to learn his knowledge of the cult and the truth about the Weave. Yes, Uncle Iroh. Alya's only living relative, in quotes, her mother, was killed on Fenrir's orders. Alya sees it as a betrayal on the highest magnitude, only punishable by death. His attempts to convert her is seen as insulting. He has always been trying to spare her because he doesn't have the balls to do it. Current arc can be basically summarized as the start of the First World War, similar tech in hopes of quickly wrapping it up. Our empire was invaded a week ago by the Elven Republic, and they have gained lots of ground as our disorganized military is attempting defense. The Doomsday/Demon cult has been sabotaging the defense, so we have been deployed to deal with them. Recently, we raided one of their bigger outposts, and on my Nat 20 investigation, we found their plans of mass destructions, literally bringing hell to Earth as a cleansing. Ugh. Alright, sounds good. If you're able to be here, hopefully we can get your story. You're not too far down the list, I think. It has started 27 minutes ago, but I talked for about, again, 20-some minutes of that about nothing in particular. Alright. Specific anecdote. Thank the gods that we have a paladin on the team because this 10 to 12 con hamster has seen some shit. Yeeted 300 feet from a battle, eaten alive at least 3 times, been at the center of a literal nuclear blast, you name it, and yet she is the last original party member. And we got another white hair character, green eyes as well. Yeet! I love the word yeet. Unironically. Yeet! Alright, we have done a character story. Levinia. Why did I type that in all caps? How many Levinias are there? Just the one. We made it through story 1! They were yoted. Alright, Levinia! Shears, human, infant heritage. I don't know that one. Maybe let's maybe there's a lot. Fire kineticist character class. 23 years old, and party role. Bumbling leader with an accidental charming attitude. I also have an accidentally charming attitude. Just kidding. Alright, backstory. Word to a noble family in a dictatorship empire. She fell in love with a dwarf, so they burned her at the stake as a warning. What is with these 0 to 100 stories? And then she drank the wrong tea, so they killed her. We have found and defeated the Bard's mother. Alright, she was remade in the fire plane and spat out 452 years into the future. Oh my, with echoes and memories of the before times. She wants to know who she was/is, who she loved, and why she's alive now. We are on story number 2. Oh. Oh. Trauma maketh the badass. Yes. Right, normal people don't, with happy lives, don't go adventuring in dragons. Absolutely, Jack. Alright, backstory. Trauma maketh badasses. Oh, alright. Awarded to a noble family in a dictatorship. Oh, wait, we already did that. We're moving current story arc. I can keep track of where I am at all times. I don't know about you. Currently dealing with someone called the Collector, who has amassed belongings of all the party, including Levinia's old things from the before times. He calls her his Ruby. Everyone else got equally creepy nicknames. I was gonna say it, but you already said it. Very good. She's banned from a number of libraries as due to her infant heritage. Some of her hair strands are actual fire. She glows like nightlight. Very nice. Specific anecdote. She has a dream of a clearing filled with honeysuckle and lavender, poppies and snowdrops. And she's marrying a dwarf who's featured, she can't quite make out. And she's about to say her part when she looks up at the stars. Then it is all lost in flames and smoke, and those stars are her last thoughts. Yeah, walking fire hazard. Perfection. When I was a kid, I had a bad habit of, you know those little, like, Dixie cups? I would fill them to different levels of water and then burn the tops of them to create art. And then I would stack them. Anyways, I should have also been banned from libraries. Character details. I don't recommend doing that, by the way. Yeah, I think, are you not next? You're soon? Not next, but soon? I think we can do you next real quick. Alright, character details. She is curvy, her skin is littered with gems and stones of different red hues, her eyes completely red and glass-like, her hair a rainbow of ginger blonde and actual fire. Who wants to guess the favorite color? Who wants to guess the favorite color? Favorite color? Favorite color? Not red. Purple! It's purple! It's purple. It's absolutely purple. Oh, purple. She adores rabbits, although those were a lot of great guesses. Amber? I would never have guessed Amber. That's a great guess. She adores rabbits and collects little figures of them, though she randomly cries at wooden ones. Oh. She's overly inquisitive to the point of insensitivity and being insulting. She's working on it. Time travel is a bitch. Yes, we are purple people here. She loves to learn about the world through others' experiences, so she asks a lot of questions. Catchphrase. Now, back in my day, the honorary color of badasses. Hell yeah. Okay, look, we did a second one. All right, let's do Claire real quick. I've already lost. Sienna? Keja? Excellent. Alright. Sienna, I keep wanting to say Seanna. Sienna, Keja, she, hers, variant human. I'm really like pushing forward. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna probably not. I say I'm not gonna be in chat, then I'm gonna be in chat anyways. I'm gonna try not to answer chat so quickly and focus on story reading. Alright, rogue, swashbuckler, paladin, oath of the open sea. Oh, what a fun combination. Oh my god. 25 years old. Backstory, grew up as a rogue with family in the Thieves Guild, and but was the only survivor of an attack carried out by religious officials. Sienna confronted the mortal extension of the god herself, looking for answers and retribution, and instead was offered a job on her ship as part of the crew. Now she works with the godling and crew to quell violence against anyone claiming to inflict it in the god's name. Ooh, nice. Welcome in, or welcome back. Yeah, you'll be up, you're like in 2 stories, excellent. Current story arc. Campaign hasn't quite started yet, but at this point she's been with the ship for about 2 years. She has successfully survived siren attacks, started to connect with other guilds seeking their aid, and found somewhat of a family on board the Nautilus. She's fiercely independent, though, so one thing that hasn't changed is the fact that she gets flashbacks to the night her family died. I'm gonna skip over a few short things. Currently, they are continuing to travel the sea so they can further their goal under the command of Lilith, the extension of Barthos, god of the sea. While it took her a while to trust her new family, she wouldn't let harm come into them for the world if she could help it. Plus, since she's always been drawn to the water, it's about the best arrangement she could ask for. Everyone is so creative. Today, Sydney, not anymore. I make a list at the beginning of the live and then try to work my way through it. And unfortunately it fills up. Currently it's been filling up super fast. Because it already takes me, I talk a lot and it takes time to read the stories. So for 3-hour streams we've been between 20 and 25 stories, and today will only be a 2-hour stream and we are about half an hour in. So I expect to get more through like 10 to 15 stories today. And the list is already much longer than that. I don't... Yes, you are on the list. You are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more stories. We will see if we can bump you up real quick before you leave. Alrighty. Specific anecdote. I don't think so, not today. The list was already full by the time you got here, I think. I'm so sorry. NintendOtaku, yes. But yeah, I'm really sorry. This has filled up so fast. Alright, anecdote. Seanna's always been a bit of a brash and reckless soul, so nobody was at all surprised when she was arrested for growing up for pickpocketing expensive items from tourists with the goal of pawning them and taking the money to families in need. Some Robin Hood action. That said, she spent the entire time in her cell looking out the barred windows to the ocean and the night sky full of stars above it. Character details. Her favorite color is blue. No question. We've got a blue one! We've got a blue one! It's calming, but had the added meaning adventure for her now. Her favorite pastime is writing in her journal, which was gifted to her by her family before they were killed. Biggest pet peeve is when someone acts like they know just about everything, but is talking out of their ass. She's been known to confront these folks, and it usually ends with them on the other side of her dagger. And also habit is her compulsion to tell her younger crewmates and that she teach her younger crewmates and that she protects them like her own. An annoying habit, though, is that she never sleeps. It's hard for her to do so. Nobody calls it out. But some days her temper gets the best of her if she's feeling sluggish. Her most notable trait... Oh, thanks for the love! Her most notable physical trait is the color of her eyes. They're a sea foam kind of green, which has always set her apart from the others. She wears an eye patch over one of her eyes just so people don't comment as much. She doesn't have a catchphrase per se, but she does cuss a lot, and a common one for her to say is to call people bastard. Beautiful. Purple minus the red. Oh. Yeah, I'm so sorry. The list is already overflowing. And Ian, thanks for letting me know. Alright, Lex. Is it Eurydice? Eurydice? Purple love! Yeah, have a good one. No, Codeo 5, I've only been reading characters for people who are in chat, and currently the list of people in chat with characters is more than I can read right now. Eurydice, Eurydice. I'm typing that in here for me next time when I read this. It is like the legend, but I have to tell you, I was homeschooled. And that doesn't mean I'm stupid. I was homeschooled, and I did a lot of teaching myself, which meant I was not hearing things being read. I was reading it to myself and made up how things were pronounced a lot of the time. I was an advanced reader, don't get me wrong, but it's very different to read things in your head to yourself all the time than it is to be, then it is to be read to by people who know what they're talking about. It just means you did the reading without the hearing. Yes. Yeah, I gotta be early and pray. I'm so sorry. Alright, I was advanced, blah blah blah. I say, you couldn't tell by how I read today, but Eurydice. No, I'm a bard. Alright. I say things sometimes and don't realize that it sounds wrong until I've already said it out loud, and then you gotta just roll with it. Focus! Alright, cheers! Bard, 28 years old, charming face of the party / alcoholic. Backstory. One night in the land of Astoriadon, I'm just rolling with it. Astoriadon in the city of Oz. Ooh, Oz. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the love. Hand heart. Eurydice had just returned home from a gig when she found a mysterious blonde elf man was in her apartment waiting for her. This is how these movies start, huh? He demanded that she go on a quest to retrieve his silver hand mirror, but she refused. How presumptuous. Then her wife, Mara Erganazi Bard, gray skin and eyes, pink hair, modeled after the rock band Kiss, beautiful, came home from her own show. He used his silver orb to kidnap Amara with magic and then said, only when Eurydice retrieves the mirror will her wife be returned. What a presumptuous little words I shan't say. Yeah, it's good to have you, Claire. Have a good one. Good grief. Current story arc. After about 2 years of searching, Eurydice finds 2 years. What in the hell is going on with this mirror that it takes 2 years to find, that this guy's got to show up and like kidnap the wife? After about 2 years of searching, Eurydice finds herself waking up in jail with no memory of how she got there. She is with, I'm assuming she's with a group of strangers, not is a group of strangers, that also can't remember why they are in jail. Turns out that they were all accused of a murder none of them can remember. Dun dun dun! They are shown how to escape by the realm's top god, the Goblin King. David Bowie, the Labyrinth! Someone already said David Bowie! In exchange for promising to find the lost treasure of Tenai Willie. Tenai Willie. It's a lot of eyes, man. They must travel the world and find 8 map pieces to find the location of the boat with the treasure, like the Goonies. What? This poor Eurydice, she cannot catch a break. She's got to find a mirror. She's lost her wife. Now she's got to find a bunch of stuff for the stupid Goblin King to find treasure or something. Good lord. Along the way, she finds several hand mirrors, tying back into the mirrors, all seeming to be a victim of that blonde elf man, but is not closer to finding Amara. Whoa, there was a big rainbow thing that just happened. Thank you. I don't know what it means, but it's wonderful. Finding mirrors, but not Amara. When their journey for map pieces brings her back to Oz, she finds another silver hand mirror, but this time she can see a reflection in it. It's Amara. The longer she gazes into it, the more Amara seems to come out of the mirror. No one else can see this. Soon the mirror is whispering in her mind to look at it, until eventually it has full control. Once she loses all her control of her mind, that elf man possesses her body, putting her consciousness into that very mirror. After chased by the party in a performance of Joan Jett's cover of You Don't Own Me and casting Shatter, the elf man is forced back into his mirror dimension, and Eurydice is free of the mirror's influence. Wild. Elfman is so rude. Whew. It's all good, Panthea. I explain every stream so far, and I will explain it again, that some days I'm looking for condensed, and some days a little longer works for me. It really just depends, what I'm feeling on the day that I open up everything to start trying to write a song. Alright, specific anecdote. After the mirror was broken, Eurydice was given a vision by her wife. Amara told her to stay with the party and find 10-Eye Willie's, I always want to say Wally, Willie's treasure before it's too late. That is the key to saving her. Eurydice held her wife and begged her to stay with her, but Amara said she couldn't follow her just yet and ended the vision. Favorite color, gold and glitter. That is how her magic manifests. Favorite pastime, she writes a lot. She has notes on her adventures, her party members, she writes music and poetry. I'm also the only note taker of the group, so I'm working into my character. Very good. Yeah, good to have you back. She's an alcoholic and tries to drink herself to death in every bar. I have rolled death saves. This is how she is coping. Eurydice looks like a combo of Prince, Freddie Mercury, Lady Gaga, Florence the Machine, and Jolene from Dolly Parton's song. Dolly Parton's song. She has curly red hair, freckled skin, and emerald eyes. Beautiful. Note taker up. And she wears an acid-washed leather jacket that boosts her charisma and sparkly gold pants. Excellent. She has black boots with flame details that turn into roller blades. Her guitar is silver, a present from Amara on their wedding day. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, we did another one. X-Light. Are you still with us? I typed your character's name wrong. Do you know that? Can you tell me how to type in your character's name? Merathana. In the hype at the beginning, I very much mistyped it. Alright. Merathana. Shears. Human. Paladin. 600. How is she a human and 600 years old? Roll party. The fuck off stick. Oh, the character lineup is long. I will be going for about another hour and 15 minutes. Great skincare routine. Alright. Oh, we're gonna find out the backstory. Are we ready? The backstory. I keep asking questions and then like the next thing I read answers. Yes, kitten photos in the Discord. We have a whole channel dedicated to pets. I call it the stables. dorko.tv/discord. Alright, backstory. She is a cursed human that now never dies forever. So when she dies, she comes back with little to no memories of the previous life, along with 2 other people in her order called the Azure Circle. Current story arc. Everyone, let's take a water sip real quick. Oh my god, this is corgi! Amazing. Alright, if you don't have water, anything else will also be fine. Oh, that's fair. Totally fair, Jack. I think we may just need to catch you next time. I'm really sorry about it. No, it's all good. No, you're good. You're very, very good. I cannot always have the capacity for the longer ones, so it's very good for me to have the option to read the more condensed stuff as well on days where I really can't handle the full story. Which even then I know is not the full story. Alright, current story arc. So, yeah, please know that this is Very good. All right. She was ordered by her higher-ups to be personable to make friends, which is a huge task for her. She is known as the sword or the arm of the Azure Circle. She was never trained to make friends, and now she has to learn to take her armor off emotionally and physically and be vulnerable. Oh, okay. My heart. All right, then. Dehydration was never an option. Oh, my heart here. Okay, specific anecdote. The night she was ordered to make friends, she took her armor off for the first time within the sight of the party and walked around the deck of the ship, thinking that signaled she was being open and willing to conversation. However, no one paid any mind. She's like, I'm doing it. I'm being open with myself. And over there having like a whole experience, and everyone's like, yep, cool. How do you get this off? Character details. She has a tattoo of a tree branch on her right arm. The quote that best fits her is, "Ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves." Epic the musical. Very lovely. I love. Good boy. Doing so good, little man back here. Yeah. Good boy. Every time the hallway makes noise, I say that like the hallway itself makes noise, but every time someone comes through the hallway, we're trying to, a little man, we're trying to train him to come to us for a treat instead of barking and freaking out. I wish the good boy could read a story too. The good boy is very camera shy and difficult to convince what he wants is to come up here and be on camera. So I don't really want to disturb him as much as I would love to show him to you all. Maybe later if he gets up on his own for other things. Yeah, you being a boy? Little man? He's very cute. I promise. I'm also trying to not, like, disturb him unnecessarily. Anyways, very well written for Merathana. I just want to put that out there. Voice of Dorion! I think very far, unfortunately. Oh boy. How do I search just... I just want to search the character name. Right now there is no way to edit, just like random edits. If there's like a really critical thing like the wrong pronouns, like something that's like literally just false. There we go. I can help edit, but there's over 1,000 submissions and I just don't have a way right now for people to edit their own submission later. I am potentially, if I have time, I'm gonna try and make a little app where you could like log in using TikTok, and it'll, if you wrote your TikTok username, it'll find your submission and allow you to edit that, and there would be still like a max number of edits, otherwise that's a nightmare for me if it's always changing. So it's on my list of maybes, but I don't promise that there will be that app ever. But I am a web developer, so it is in my skill set, it's just maybe not in my time set, if that makes sense. Alright, we've got Kerr, like the dog. He, his, orc barbarian, 22 years old, role the protector. Backstory. I'm gonna have to look at the kittens afterwards. If I get sucked into also Discord, I will never, ever make it through these. The Protector, raised in a concentration camp, freed and joined the Horde, assigned to be a bodyguard of the chieftain. Current story arc, started behaving less like a dog and more like a person, even forming sentences. Died in a duel with a massive demon while trying to protect a human town. All of his friends assume he ran off and don't know he died. Oh. I've been calling out names, so if someone's not answering, I just don't read it yet. A specific anecdote. While attacking a town he would later die protecting, he didn't kill anyone. Instead, he risked his life getting as many civilians out as possible, knowing it would make him a traitor. Oh, a bean. Character details. Most of the time, he walks on all fours, has scars on his back from being whipped, likes to chew on bones. He's a LARP character set in the Warcraft universe. Oh my goodness. A bean. A bean. Skelly, are you here? I think I just saw you, literally just now. Excellent. As I was editing yesterday's VOD, I forgot to pay attention to whether I'm doing it today. I literally almost every single time I switch to a new character, I go, alright. 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 It's pretty bad. Alright, Delma. There, I did it again! There, it's just my transition word, apparently. Delma Aldamath. She, hers, a Triton. Ooh. Sorcerer, Draconic Bloodline. 22 years old. The demon is immortal. Let's take a shot. Drink responsibly. Alright. So, in Germany, they do so when they don't know what to say and they want to leave. Alright, Barney Roll. Always treating her group member with kindness, but also being the fun and sassy mom of the group. Backstory. Coming from the kingdom of Navaton, Delma left her home to find the cure to her sister's curse, trying to figure out when she can't control her own magic. Hey! Yes! There it is. I'm not from here, but I've lived here for a while now. Since... yeah. How many years? I can't math. 2016. It was the end of 2015, early 2016. Alright, current story arc. Delma was able to find a divination teacher who might be able to help her connect to her ancestors. During a time travel mission to the past, Delma found out something interesting about another sorcerer. Finding out she's a wild magic sorcerer and their magic was similar to her own sister's. Even after defeating the threat to the magic, Delma had more questions. Knowing the next time she talks to the divination teacher, she wants to that sorcerer who she met in the past. Oh, hey, nice. So. Specific anecdote. Delma being the next vizier in her kingdom, she was able to help grow a prince in her party, from being a snobby and classist prince to a respectful one and being able to work with others no matter where they come from. Aww. Beautiful. Character details. Doesn't like it at all when nobility treat the lower class terribly. Will stand up for those who may not have the courage to. Though being outside her home, she's full of curiosity. Even eating a mysterious soup that tasted delicious. Good soup. Learning new things outside her home, though she did get scared once when she heard about tarot cards. When she was captured by pirates at a young age, they sang pirate songs, and even though she was brought home safely, those songs always stick to her and would always sing them in her pastimes. Her favorite thing is that she always lost my place. Her favorite thing is that she always wears is a rainbow shoot shawl, an item that's been passed down for 7 generations. She would try to find a way to put it in her clothing. She always tries to find a way to put it in her clothing. Being raised by a nobility, she knows how to act proper in social situations, but she will also call out those who try to bully others for being in a different class. Beautiful. Time is a weird soup. It really, really is. Alright, we've got Codycoo. And then Robert with Nick. VampireRose with Gnist. NintendOtaku. Okay, thank you, Katie. I'm so sorry. What was your character's name, Cody? Codycoo. I didn't catch it in enough time to write it down. Alright. Erevos. Good, that was already enough. Theoretically. How does that work? I don't get to see likes. on the desktop at least. Let's see. We have been live for about an hour. I would expect maybe 5 to 6 more stories just based on math. We'll see. We've got Codycoo. Oh, wow. That's a lot of likes. We've got Codycoo, robertboko, VampireRose, NintendOtaku, Pierce the Spotted are the next 5, so we'll probably definitely get those. We've got Lainey, Aiden, Tilly, Talbron, Brick are the next 5. We may or may not get those. And then after that gets real unstoppable and frankly too much. I'm so sorry, Lainey. But I think there's a good chance, Lainey, that we get to you. With your position on the list, but I'm not promising. So there's more after that, and I think you're at least a couple groups down if we're going on 5s. Do I know what I'm planning on live streaming next? No. I've really just been hopping on when I have energy and time. It's the holidays, and so I'm mostly trying to spend time with my partner, but my partner also has stuff that she does spontaneously. So I've basically, when I know she's gonna go somewhere, I try to use that time to hop on. Well, I either work on a video or some music projects, or I've been mostly this week hopping on to do lives while she's out of the house so that I'm not spending time in here when I could be spending time with her during holiday times. I am enjoying the holidays, thank you. But that also means that I don't really have a schedule for it. I've really been kind of, like, today I didn't really know I was going to do it until about half hour before, but like yesterday I knew when I woke up, I knew a few hours before, and I posted about it in the Discord, so there's usually at least a little bit of a heads up in Discord before I get going. Preferably a little ahead of time so that you can be prepared. But yeah, I don't have a schedule. I just don't. Not right now. I will definitely not start on the songs for at least a few more weeks. I have to finish my Hero's Journey album. Oh, the North Pole. I have to finish my Hero's Journey album. There's one more song left on that that's not been released, and I'm working on some last-minute collaborations, so I am mixing their vocals in. I have my harpist friend who gave me harpist tracks. I need to mix those in, and then I need to actually mix the whole song, and then put all the album out together. Currently, all 9 songs are out, except for the last one. So I want to finish that, so that you can have my full album's worth of Hero's Journey out to listen to. And once that's finished, I do have some more singles to work on that are like full-length singles. But basically starting in January, especially, now that I'm going to be working hopefully with some cosplayers and actors, I need to like figure out what that process looks like. But the songs, I will probably start working on the songs at the beginning of the month. And then as I'm collecting songs to release, finding which cosplay actors will work for each song and work on getting those videos done. Again, I don't know what that's going to look like yet, so I don't know. I don't know when the first video will be out, I should say. I know I will start working on the music in January, early January. It may take a minute before I can actually... I know, it's nearly the new year. Thank you, Codycoo, for checking that for me really quick while I was rambling. Thank you, Dust Joe. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I do have a huge backlog of music released on Spotify already. I do have all the playlists now on my TikTok profile if you want to check through. There's another series I'm doing that's not quite as exciting for everyone, but is still fun, is the character class song series. So far, I've done Barbarian and Bard, and next I will be doing Cleric. I don't know when I'm doing that yet. Usually I either sit down to do it or I have a sudden inspiration. So, you know, I've got a lot for y'all who have just met me to go through and like check out my backlog of content, and I've got a bunch of new stuff coming. I already have 2 singles. One is written, it just needs finalizing. and the next one is mostly written. I just need like a bridge or something, and then to finish that, I've got these cleric songs, I've got all these character songs, I've got the character class songs, and then the character songs that'll be throughout the year. So it won't all necessarily be on a consensus schedule, but there will be a lot, and there already is a lot. Yeah, we need a song about defeating the Bard's mother. So yeah, don't forget, I mean, my music is distributed most places. Spotify is just where I get the most like discovery, so it's where I focus, and that's where most people are. So my Spotify profile is where you can go find pretty much all of that. If you are interested in, great question. Not super close, I'm sorry. If you're interested in downloading my music, I do have, I don't have a Patreon, but I, again, am a web developer, so I have my own private, like, Patreon alternative that runs using Stripe, so your financials are through Stripe. I don't do your financials, but the website I built, and you can go and download all of my music, and I have a bunch of my unreleased music, and right now the character songs are not out on Spotify yet, but they are available to download already for crowdfunding supporters, for example. So there's all of that as well. You can see a lot of my unreleased music there to download, and all of the existing character songs are there to download. Some of my podcast stuff from before is there. I've got some sheets available, nothing much, but like pretty much everything is there. Hey, graduated with a music degree. Nice! Congratulations. Also Talbrin. Songs and theory is one of my weaknesses. Yeah, I don't have like a super form. I grew up around music, but I don't have a degree or anything. I've just always loved writing music. Songs. Alright, we're gonna go Codycoo. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna do Codycoo's story. Erevos. Leyuari. He, his, Vulpera, a homebrew anthropomorphic fox race from World of Warcraft. Barbian. It's only been an hour and I've already lost the ability to speak. Barbarian / druid. Barbian. I watched the Barbie movie. Maybe that's why. 19 years old. The morally gray defender of the party. Backstory. Yeah, no, that was me, not you. I'm just kidding. Anywhere else I'd be a 10. That's it. Erevos lived in a rather simple life in a city called Ebenreach with his parents and 2 siblings, Ellis and Ardix. Eventually, after years of growing up together, their father vanished mysteriously, sending the whole family into chaos with no means of income. Erevos would soon leave the family behind, wishing to have no part in the fallout and essentially abandoning them, traveling on his own until learning of a rumor that promised him power beyond imagination, and had been hidden in a village known as Shadeholm, a home of the druids, so he had left to chase the rumor to escape the boredom of his new life. Possibly Jackson. I lost my spot again. I gotta stop reading chat in the middle. I just can't help myself. Boredom with new life. There it is. He embarked on a journey to Shadeholm and began a ritual to become one with the beast. During this process, he massacred the village of Shadeholm as the power of the beast overwhelmed him, and eventually, before it was too late, made a pact with Zulthar, the Abyssal Lord. He now travels with the party to gain more power and eventually get the one thing he's been searching for, the fight of his life. Eventually, after traveling with the party for months, they found themselves in a place called Wormsbane, Magical Emporium, where the party spends most of their downtime. It was here that they met a tabaxi named Eurydice. Silverfrost, who asked them thought-provoking questions about the adventures they were going on. The party has been tasked with restoring balance to the world and saving it from the dark deities who have overstepped and overthrown the world out of balance. This led to the fight that has exhausted Erevos, and it was in that exhaustion he found himself struck with thoughts for the first time since he had left Ebonreach, being blinded from his rage up until now, where his capacity for rage was at an all-time low. All-time low, that's a band. Eventually, this would lead him to question all of his previous choices that he made, and realizing that the raw power he was chasing led him to making a pact with a deity he shouldn't have. Soon, a second party would find themselves in Wormsbane Magical Emporium, and Erevos would meet a human named Solera, and they hit it off pretty well, but he had been focused on the tabaxi that arrived, and soon they fell in love with one another. And as downtime passed, and Erevos would yet again find himself abandoning people, choosing to leave with Solara and her party instead of staying behind with his original one. Erevos found himself enjoying the party of this group more than his previous one, and this led to a change in perspective, realizing that there were power in numbers, and chasing raw power was foolish, so he vowed that when the fight of his life would come, he would protect his allies or die trying. Recently, one of the druidness of the party, Varda, decided that to embark on a journey to Shadeholm to cleanse the darkness that had been tainting the land, and Erevos felt as he needed to prove himself that he was a better person, would go with Varda to Shadeholm, where he would confess his sins. After Varda, this is an anecdote now. After Varda cleansed the land of Shadeholm, and in the process purged Zoltar's influence and the power that Erevos had unknowingly made a pact for, the two have bonded really well together, and Varda has offered to teach Erevos the ways of the Moon Druid. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Is that like a class switch then? Character details. Favorite color, red. Today we're getting more red characters. Purple without the blue. It matches the blood of his enemies, of course. Pastime. Hunting or spending time with Erevos. Top pet peeve. Society and people. I feel it. Multi-class. Oh, nice. Awesome. Physical traits. Adding to his distinct appearance are gray stripes that adorn the crown of his head and extend to his long ears. These stripes also run along the oblique sides of his body. Favorite food. Meat. Hello. Oh, do you want to say hi? You want to say hi? A puppy. See if he'll say hi. Look at him. A baby. Yeah, have a good one. He's not really a big fan. You've got to like really hold him all the way up. A baby. Oh. He only wants to be up here if he feels like I'm really holding him. If I'm holding him up to the camera, he doesn't like it. Yes, he is very sleepy. He's just so cute. And long. Okay, I'm gonna put you down here. He's like, why did you do this to me? Okay, one pass. Good boy. They're fine. Very good. He's bilingual. Good pass. Good boy. Yes, very fine. Bilbo the bilingual puppy. Alright. Favorite food, meat. Annoying habit. Picking verbal or physical fights with anyone who pisses him off that he doesn't already know on a personal level. Awesome habit. Leaning into the hand of his boyfriend as his cheek is getting caressed. Oh. Oh, did I say all right again? Catchphrase. The Erevos that existed before coming to the Emporium will never know what it's like, having something worth fighting for and all. I can't believe how long I spent living thinking I knew what I wanted. Meat. Very good. Alright, Robert, are we still here? All good. I have a lot of nicks. Does he have a last name? Meat. Anywhere else I'd be your turn. Oh boy. Hold on. Unfortunately, Nick is also in nickname, so everything under nickname is also coming up as a result. Let's try here. There we go. All right. Under the sea. All right, we've got Nick. He is human variant rogue warlock, 25 years old, instigator with a good heart. Backstory: he lived in a farmhouse at the edge of the small village until the village was burned because an item his father possesses that is given to him on the night of the attack. He got into a mafia organization for 6 years until he saved 3 kids and ran away, eventually finding a master and spent 1 year with him until he died by the same people that attacked his hometown. See you later, Cody. Thank you. He is running away from multiple organizations and found that there is strength in numbers. Current story arc. He recently became a warlock after making a deal with the demon that was born because of the suffering that happened during a civil war between 2 thief clans that ended in a massacre in front of an orphanage. Good lord. What is the saddest thing you can think of? Make it my backstory. He struggled with the demon after it took control of him multiple times, which ended in a major party conflict. Now he has somewhat control of it, but still needs to feed it with suffering from time to time, which he hates doing. Character details. Favorite color? Red! Today is a day of red, although he is always dressed in black. It was on your IRL birthday, oh my god. Just your run-of-the-mill orphanage massacre, no big deal. He likes whittling, and he recently got a bone flute and started practicing with it. He has a tattoo with a dragon head that has an eye with a single blood tear in his mouth on his arm that he keeps hidden. Very nice. Adding more inks to any characters is fun. Absolutely. Alright, VampireRose, are you still here? With Gnist. We are the knights who say, "Nee." I don't know what that makes me think of that. Oh, it's Gnist. Is that correct? I finally ignored the G without the hard G, and I've got it wrong. Gnist. She, hers, shifter with fox features, a barbarian beast class, 22 years old. Fun fact, the median age of all of your characters is 26. Party role, how to act amongst rich people and hiding things hard. Backstory, not silent like gnome. Backstory, her parents worked for a noble family, finding magic items for them. They got killed trying to retrieve one. The noble family became her guardians, but they despised her because her parents' failing costed them a lot of money. She wants to be a famous adventurer to show them that she can be something on her own. Current story arc, she has just found the group in Merathana, a big head in the criminal underground, a druid named Jackal that they have only met in his talking animal form, is building something big and have taken one of the other characters' employers, an artificer, to build it. Gnist Guardian's family have sold him parts for the thing he is building, and at some point they will probably have to go to the family to get a clue as to what Jackal is building. Oh, that's awesome, Robert. That's your first character in TTRPG. Specific anecdote. In her few belongings, Gnist have an autobiography book by a famous adventurer, and in the back, Gnist has written a list of typical adventure stuff she thinks have to happen to become a famous adventurer. Included on the list is fighting against rats, almost die a heroic death, and going to a masquerade ball. Oh my goodness. Character details. Color red. Today we are red people. I still think purple is the overwhelming favorite color, but red is the theme of today. Her favorite pastimes while the Guardian family was riding horses and reading books about adventures to escape the family's harsh words and cold shoulders. Because of her barbarian subclass, she can grow eagle talons, a cheetah maw, or the tail of a stingray when raging, which shows a totally different side of the proper girl who grew up with a noble family. When raging, she releases the ever-present knot in her chest and from always hiding and holding back when the Guardian family. Those are pretty solid requirements. How many characters have I accepted so far? Like to read today or like all together? Stingray. Today I don't remember how many we've read. It would have to be about 10 stories, I think, because I think we started at reading 44. Altogether, I have accepted 1,298 stories. Which, there's a part of me, I'm gonna keep saying things that I will probably not actually do. There's a part of me that wants to like build turn Dorko.tv into a place where people can just like literally have like the thing is I wouldn't want to tie it into other stuff, so like it doesn't in the end it would be like a tool that's not really useful, but it'd be cool if you could like store your characters and then just select the character you want to submit that year, but you could just always maintain your characters if like as shareable stories. I don't know, I just feel like there's some really cool stuff everyone has submitted, and it'd be neat to have a way for people to like be able to just share their character page with like the full story, and then like, there could be like logs. I don't know, I just think, but like when then you'd want to be able to import that, export that to other things, but it wouldn't really be like a character sheet in the sense of like a regular character sheet. It would just be like a character story sheet, a hero's manifesto, right? Like it would be like your notes. Thank you for all these gifts, by the way, and I don't diamonds, whatever, like these fun things. Yeah, so I don't know what that would look like or what that would be, or if anyone would actually use it, but I feel like something like that where you could just maintain your character instead of having to resubmit all the time. I don't know, but I want that to be more of like a social network type of thing. But again, I don't really know what that looks like. But I feel like there's something there, and I feel like there could be something really cool like that. I just don't know what. I don't know what. Where was I? NintendOtaku. I still don't know how to say that out loud. Aquilla. Yes. So should make a poll for people's favorite colors, right? Well, that's the thing. I think I could already do like I think I could already do some fun queries into the database that I have going so far, where I could like pull that kind of information out, but I have to go through and clean up everything because a lot of people put. It's complicated. All right. Aquilla, excuse me. Temperance. She, hers, Azamar, blood hunter, paladin, 25 years old, fallen from grace, righteous indignation. Backstory. A skilled mortician for her ghost-slaying order, the Sanguine Elegy, rather than being a field agent, she was tasked to clean and prepare the bones of the fallen to be added to the ossuary. She was given the opportunity to go out on her first mission to help the common folk before being taken into the mists of Barovia. Current story arc. Barovia has been challenging for her, but the most challenging thing has been a mental game. During a blood moon, the party, the fated bastards, saw a vision of her goddess, the Raven Queen, and were tasked to retrieve a weapon that would help them cut through the mists to get home. This turned out to be a trick by one of Barovia's dark powers, known as Sisane, the Soul Hungerer, and as a result, the party set him and the 21 dark powers of Barovia free. Aquilla, blaming herself for the whole endeavor, ended up becoming a fallen Asmar. Feeling lost, angered, and indignified, she made the oath of vengeance on Sisane, the dark powers, and anyone else who would get in their way of going home. Despite this, she recently took a deal with Delma, the star of frigid hatred, to get her wings back. She sees this bargain as a means to an end and plans on sealing him away with the rest of the dark powers on their quest to get home, though fears this deal will cost her soul. For some reason, we're into the anecdote. For some reason, letters have been able to reach the party in the mists. This was Aquilla's attempt to respond to a letter sent by the sanguine Elegy? Red Requiem. I have received your word and have survived the mists with the help of the others. Though this land's trials leave me disheartened and more alone than I've ever been before. These compatriots have come and gone, either killed, gone mad, or perhaps worse. These lands are treacherous. Why do we keep putting W's in things? Treacherous. And the spirits here seem to be able to peer within the mind to trick victims into doing their bidding. I am remorseful to say that I myself have fallen victim to such villainy. Though in my time here I have sworn myself to the matron of ravens, I have made an oath of vengeance on this creature, for it mocked the image of the Raven Queen and set free on evil on this land under my nose. I am angry, I miss the warmth of the sun, and all I wish is to free those people and cut through the mists. Strahd von Zarovich, the vampire lord that is responsible for this place, will be dealt with and made to face the light. Those who mock death will meet their graves once more, as will this turncoat. I hope this letter reaches you with every fiber of my being, Eagle of the Stars. Character details: likes sunshines, mushrooms, coffee, dislikes marionettes, being alone, devils. A deep scar on her face that nearly took her eye, caused by an undead hag. Very nice. Dylan, I don't think I have you on the list for today to read. Pierce the Spotted. Are you still with us? You're welcome. I do have a submission from the exact 404. It just wouldn't be what I can read today on the live. Alright. Do you do the sharing of stories on live often? Great question. Enjoy the lurk also, by the way. Yes and no. I've been doing them frequently this week. Not on a schedule, just when I can. Which has been a little spontaneous. I do have a Discord where I try to give at least a little bit of a heads up if I know in advance that I'm going to go live, so you have at least some time to know that that's what I'm going to do. I am sure that I will not continue reading with this frequency because I will be back at work after the new year starts. And so this next couple of weeks I'll probably hop on at least a couple more times when I have time and energy. And then going forward once every couple weeks probably. I'm not really sure what that will look like. Because once I get going on the songs, I really got to make sure to spend at least several hours a week minimum just to get the songs going. It takes anywhere from 3 to 8 hours just to do one song, even though those are super short. And then I need to make the videos, and now I'm going to work with cosplayers. So I need to leave myself time to do all the content creation part of this project, and the music writing and production, etc. So I won't have as much time to go live, where right now I've got some smaller things I'm wrapping up in the background and trying to take it easy and doing what I feel like instead of focusing on getting something done right now. So just having a good time and getting to know everyone who is submitting a character and getting to know some of the characters already in advance. It's a fun way for me to do this because it's very different to sit by myself and read through the stories, which when I'm really going to write the song is important to like have my little creative space by myself. But in general, the project for me has energy because of this kind of thing. So those are thoughts and words that I just said. All right, we're going to do Donavan. There was another Donavan. Let's find the right Donavan. This is a different Donavan. Is it Donavan the Pink? Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I do try to take my... Yes, okay. I was like, wait, I know this character. I saw them already in the Discord. I recognize Donavan the Pink. Excellent. Okay. Very good. I was like, this can't be it. I recognize it. All right, Donavan the Pink. Yeah, I'm definitely... Yeah, thank you. Totally. All right, he is Tiefling Wizlock, 22 years old. Yes, very dope art. Backstory: raised by a cult that said he was evil, but they were trying to purify him. They did this by carving and burning marks into his skin for every little infraction. That's so messed up. Escaped when an archfey heard his pleas for help and created a pact with him that then led him to escaping in a violent rage. Yeah. Current story arc: Donavan jumped from town to town for several years after escaping. When goblins attacked one town he was in, events snowballed that led to the discovery that his scars were an intricate spell that would tear down the moon and release the gods that were locked away. Wizards found this out and wanted to help him learn to protect himself by teaching him. After finally passing his wizard test, Donavan and his companions went off to find the man called Father and end his hunt of Donavan in order to prevent this spell from ever being completed. Donavan found his love in the form of a red dragonborn, paladin of Bahamut, who travels at his side along with the rest of his companions to end the plot of the man called Father. Can provide more if desired, totally. Specific anecdote: Donavan found love and learned to trust. He also learned that he wasn't the only pink tiefling, that his great-grandfather was also pink and died to stop the same spell he now had carved into his flesh. Character details: Donovan's Eldritch Blast is a rainbow, and his familiar is a Lisa Frank-colored rainbow tressum, all courtesy of his patron. He has scars all over his bod, but specifically one on his back that looks like an open portal. He has 2 tails and lion paws instead of hooves. His horns also grow vines somehow. The DM has yet to explain that one. Perfect. Amazing. Lainey, are you still with us? I see you. You're right there. I'm watching you type. Been playing Donavan for almost 4 years. That's incredible. All right, Lainey. Look at me. I'm powering through these. I am powering through. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jackson, you are 7th in the current list. If I keep focusing, we might get to you. I don't want to make promises. Let me just check my messages really quick. Bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. All right. So, Lainey, Astoria. Have a good one, Autumn. Thanks for hanging. All right, Astoria, Vermont. Vermont. She, hers, Azamar. Sorcerer, 20 years old. If you tell me her party roll right now, I will type it in. Backstory. Astoria was created by the Raven Queen as her avatar on the material plane, and as such was born with mysterious and seemingly dark magic. Okay, we're gonna type this in. Thinks she's the leader. Actually, the sheltered, impulsive one the party just trying to keep alive. Oh, look, that's me. Perfect. All right. Astoria thinks she's the leader. Actually, just sheltered, impulsive one the party is just trying to keep alive. All right. Created by the Raven Queen, mysterious and seemingly dark magic. She was born into the remote noble family and was forced to keep her magic hidden in order to preserve her family's reputation. With an absent father and hands-off mother, Astoria was raised primarily by her doting older brother, Lucas, but ran away to prove herself because she felt her brother didn't take her seriously and was ashamed of her. Oh. Current story arc. Not yet. You're in a few, Brooke. After running away, Astoria finds herself lost in the tundra of a neighboring kingdom, where she's found by a ranger named Dane, who takes her to a nearby village. There they meet the rest of their ragtag adventuring party and are quickly flung upon an epic quest to stop the apocalypse and save the world. Along the way, Astoria discovers that she's an Asmar, a vessel made by a god to act as their avatar on the material plane, an origin she shares with Dane, the Asmar of the lich god Vecna. The two quickly develop feelings for one another, but despite their obvious chemistry, Astoria and Dane are left pining from afar due to Astoria's betrothal to a nobleman back home. To make matters worse, Astoria discovers that her creator is none other than Vecna's mortal enemy, the Raven Queen, and neither god is happy about the relationship. Now, Astoria is left to decide whether she plays the roles laid out by both her family and her goddess, or if she follows her heart, leading her to the person she loves. Specific anecdote. During the climactic battle to save the world, Astoria is horrified to watch as Dane is killed in front of her. But realizing that she can't live without them, Astoria begs the cleric to bring Dane back, but the cleric doesn't have the diamond necessary to cast Revivify. So Astoria instantly pulls a diamond engagement ring from her betrothal off of her finger and tells the cleric to use that. The cleric is able to cast a spell, bringing Dane back. I see, and Astoria immediately collapses into the ranger's arms, sobbing because she almost lost them. My goodness. Whew. Favorite color, black. Astoria is a huge reader because she spent most of her childhood isolated to hide her powers. So she's always comparing situations to adventure novels she's read. Astoria's biggest pet peeve is being viewed as weak or helpless. I'm kind of going quick over some of the longer sentences. Astoria has a habit of collecting guns. She stole the first one from her brother when she ran away, and despite them being exceptionally rare, she's collected 3 so far. She's named them Destiny, Karma, and Nemesis. Yes. Astoria has a bad habit of letting her impulses get the better of her, often sometimes running into battles despite having like 23 HP and an AC of 12. Right, D&D Romeo and Juliet, exactly. Astoria has black hair, obsidian eyes, and pale skin that's cold to the touch. When she uses her celestial revelation, Radiant Soul, her wings appear as large black raven wings. Astoria's zodiac sign is Leo. Very nice. Alright, I'm powering through. I am powering through. Eden with Thaddeus? Is Eden still here? I think they left. I didn't write it down, but I think they left. King Thaddeus? I think they had to go. Alright, Tilly with Alatar, are you still here? I know people have lives. I know you can't like hang out the whole time, but I can only do what I can do. Hey Rain, I'm only reading it if you've responded, so you can see like right now I'm skipping over people who aren't here to hear their own character. Alright, Tilly, did Tilly have to go? Talbron with Ezra. Talbron with Ezra. All right, let's do Talbron with Ezra. Artistica, no! You see, you're the second or third person to say that. Ezra Nephis. I also forgot to post a video, and usually TikTok pushes that, and I was gonna, but then I didn't like it, and I didn't want to sit here just spending the first part of my live just doing that. Excuse me. Right? It's true. Yeah. Because you are there. I mean, you're pretty far still, but Nephros? Nephros. Nephros? Am I doing that right? Ezra Nephros. Nephros? Nephros. Okay. They, them. Changeling! Another changeling! I think it's our first changeling of the day. A Fey Wanderer Ranger / Glamour Bard, 26 years old. A songbird broken free of their gilded cage. Okay, we got 20 minutes. Let's see how fast we can get through some of these. Backstory. A changeling born to a family of Asmar and given a prophecy at a young age took to training as a tracker and archer. While exploring the enchanted forest near their home village, got lost in the Feywilds and had to survive finding a Fey court and taking on an archfey as a patron. Now, after years performing for their lady in the courts, they want freedom to explore like their early days, and with his Feywolf companion, took an opportunity to escape the material plane. Yeah, we've got lots of, very Asmar today. Red is the color of the day, although I think purple still is the overall winner. And red, and then Asmar. Current story arc. After joining with the party, they find, I'm reading this really weird. After joining with the party, they find out they also have a brand of prophecy like them. They've been traveling, hoping that their lady won't track them down. In their time on the material plane, they learn that while 5 years passed in the Feywilds, 121 passed on the material plane. Being the newest addition of the group, if you give me a super fast description, I'll write it down. Being the newest addition of the group, they are following along as the party resolves old issues with a red dragon whose child they killed. While about enjoying their own freedom, they hope to find a way to break the curse placed on their archfey patron, holding her in a pool of water without being able to leave. They understand feeling trapped, whether physically, such as her, or figuratively, such as them with the prophecy that they thought they had escaped in the Feywilds. Dun dun dun! If you give me a really quick description, I can write that in the character details. But you gotta be fast. Oh, I just looked at the kittens in the Discord and they're all so cute. All the kittens. Preferred form is Asmar with long golden hair and tan skin with a pair of antlers. Got it. Grew over the time in the Feywild. That grew over their time in the Feywild. Very good. Jackson, you are so close, but not totally close. It depends on who all is here or not. We've got Brick, Sophie, Sylphius, and then you, assuming Aiden and Tilly are both forever gone today. Road signs. But yeah, we got Brick. Brick, I see you there. Nicholas Brighthorn. Take out the people in the list in front of you. All right, Nicholas Brighthorn. He, his. Yeah, people have made emotes from that before. It's really quite something. All right, Nicholas Brighthorn. He, his human / vampire spawn and a monster hunter ranger. A monster hunter ranger. I said that strangely. Ah. Oh dear. All right. 170 years old. Party roll. He's a bit standoffish due to loss. understandable, but has ended up seeing the party as his found family. We love to found family. Backstory. In life, Nick fought vampires. After losing his partner, Jacob, to a vampire and being turned himself, he continues to hunt vampires and other harmful beings. He doesn't want to see anyone hurt like he was. Current story arc. Nicholas has been in 2 campaigns. I just saw the screenshot. In one, he managed to kill Strahd himself. However, he lost an entire party of people he had been traveling with. He was actually trapped in Ramble for 10 years. A building collapsed down around the party, and he was the only one who lived. Oh no. This campaign took place not too long after he lost Jacob, so it was especially painful to lose that many people. In the current campaign, he has met a new group of people and has reluctantly gotten close to them as well. This campaign was a bit more silly, and Nick felt like he could relax a bit more, though it still did have its dangers and conflicts. The cleric actually got mad at Nicholas simply for being a vampire, which was pretty devastating to him. They made up now, though. This group has now built a tavern, with monies raised from their adventure, and they actually helped Nick get a hold of the wish spell. He wished for Jacob to come back. He currently has to go find where Jacob has reappeared, though he's very pessimistic, so he's just assuming the wish spell didn't work. Ho 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 ho. Specific anecdote. Once the druid of the party had gone a bit feral during a fight. This particular druid was a magma genasi. Where do we land? Genasi, I think. Named Forge. He only said Forge when he spoke, and this was just this big lava man. Nicholas and Forge sat by the ocean after the fight and comforted each other. Forge communicated through drawings in the sand, and Nicholas talked to him. They had both been feeling like monsters after that fight. It was a very emotional scene, and a few of the players actually cried a little bit watching. Nicholas doesn't talk too much either, but he was there to reassure Forge, and Forge was there to reassure Nicholas. His character details. His favorite color is green, or purple like Jacob's was. He still wears Jacob's old purple scarf every day. Favorite pastime is carving or singing, though he doesn't sing in front of people. He does enjoy it. He has a very dry sense of humor and can be quite sassy at times when he wants to be. He is quite monotone and quiet, though, so the wit that comes out of his mouth can sometimes be a bit shocking to people who don't know him well. Aww. Very good. Sophie with Evander Godfrey, are you still here? I'm trying to power through, trying to get as many people as possible. I'm down to the last 15 minutes. I think you're at the very, very bottom. I don't expect to get more than a few more. Sophie with Evander Godfrey. Sylphius, Kane Mariel. All good, Talbrin. Well, at this rate, we might actually start catching up to y'all. Jackson, you would be next if we don't have a Sylphius. Alright, Duskard. Let's do it. Let's get this done. Duskard, Aurelio Hillsinger. He, his, human, Oath of Survival Paladin into the Bellowing Wilds edition. 29 years old. I can't bark. What am I doing? Party's dad, cooking, protecting, supporting, and fighting for everyone under his charge. Backstory. Duskard is from the floating city of Fallstreak, miles above the jungle floor of the chaotic wild magic riddled Bellowing Wilds. He's a child of poverty, raised as the only human on a floating city of gnomes and orcs, and growing up cooking in his father's restaurant, serving the people that made him feel unwelcomed. And after 20 years behind the stove and making it all the way to Fallstake's Culinary Academy after his schooling years, Duskard grew into an extraordinary chef, which resulted in a jealous classmate poisoning his final exam. And when served the deaths of all the school's staff, his graduating class, and his own father, who He ran so fast out of fear, grabbing his parents' wedding rings, his father's radio and cassette, and the blacktop stove he spent years cooking on, ripped right out of the wall. He ran, and as the city guard closed in on him, he fell right over the edge, barreling to the jungle floor below, only for his fall to be broken by a massive spider web and that black top grill. Well, you know how you just go to perform your finals and then, like, everyone dies because you were sabotaged? Jesus Christ. Okay, I can already see I may have to skip over a few things real quick. Yeah, you don't gotta pass the final anymore. Alright, I'm taking a sip of water, and then we're gonna blaze through. Alright. Current story arc. Duskard meets Philia and sees his own naivete in her Kerrigan, who he finds himself always looking out for, and Tobias, who always seems to know what advice he needs to hear. The party's first mission was to retrieve a crystal that was, quote, crush your grandma big from an ancient temple filled with machinery similar to that of our automaton party member, Drade, and upon heading in there, grabbing the crystal, and fighting wave after wave of crystal-powered mechanical animals, the likes of which we have never encountered, we learn that the temple was made by the Foreclaimers, an ancient race of techno-elves that power themselves with different crystals that give them strength, speed, and stamina boosts. With a little more information from an ornery and powerful wizard, Duskard puts the pieces together and finds out that Gothi, the mentor to both him and his traveling companion, is a powered-down Foreclaimer. This information consumes his thoughts, and in a brief break in resolve, he leaves the party at camp in the middle of the night and finds Gothi, leaving his party to the mercy of the Hooded Reaper, a massive and deadly snake with anglerfish tendencies. Duskard finds Gothi, expressing how terrified he is that things are changing so fast, and he doesn't know how to be responsible for this many people again after what happened up above. And Gothi tells him not to fear the unknown, but to embrace it. That's all he needs to hear before he stabs her in the gut with the power crystal he then pocketed from the prior Foreclaimer temple. Just as it seems Gothi might not make it, she stands tall and proud, powered up once again. Oh my gosh. 3. While traveling Fool's Crossing, the party capital of the wilds, Kerrigan and Philia find the job board with wanted posters and offerings for work, only to find an old wanted poster for Duskard hanging behind some other letters. It causes a rift, as Duskard was hoping nobody would ever find that for fear of being turned in. The party, however, hearing his story through tears and sobs, believes that the person on the wanted person is not the same man standing before them today. My lord. Whew. When Duskard was saved, anecdote, broken and battered from his fall by the giant spider and named Katie, he made Duskard a promise that because nature has saved him and given him a second chance, he would do the same for the people he found himself with. 8 months later, after Duskard was on the jungle floor on the brink of starvation at his lowest point, he found a shack in the swamps, and inside would be the woman he vowed to not survive, but live for. A tiefling, another outcast by the name of Vixie, and her mentor, the best druid in the wilds, Gothi. They nursed him back to health, and in 3 years, the two are inseparable. They now travel with the party, navigating not only what it is like to love other people and let them in, but to know what it means to love each other. Neither of them really had friends growing up, so the only solace they all have in the chaos and noise will be each other. Oh. Oh. Favorite color is pink. Favorite pastime, experimenting with new ingredients with the cassette player turned up as high as it goes. Pet peeve, when he asks people how his food was and they respond with, "It was good." One awesome habit. Anytime Duskard sees a creature that has fallen victim to the circle of life, he stops and says a small prayer to the goddess of nature and thanks the creature for helping nature continue growing. An annoying habit. He is very proud of his wolf cut and will stop to make sure it's in peak condition in any reflective surface. Scars. Plenty of scars from chef's knives, hot oil, and scalding pans, so his hands, palms, and arms are littered with small scratches and splotches. He also has a rogue oil splash scar underneath his eye. My goodness. I love. Alright, D-Tron, are you still with us? I got 5 more minutes. We did it! With Magnus. Yeah! Alright, I think this is gonna be our last one of the day. We'll see. Let's see. I maybe can do one more, but really this is probably the last one. Alright, Magnus Albion. He is Hexblood, warlock turned wizard. 27 years of age. Party role, man with the plan, the lone survivor of the original group, and possible betrayer. Backstory. A stillborn, Magnus's life was offered to the Coven's patron, an old one who was originally the first god of magic and knowledge. As he is now a vessel for this creature, he moves through life knowing the moment he disobeys, his vessel is his patron's. Real good. Current story arc. As the world of rain was swept up in the mysterious black liquid, he helped figure out what the liquid was and the unknown past of the nation. He helped the party gain an army and led himself into battle against the Black Flood, killing her original body, and had the world's inhabitants see sun for the first time in thousands of years. He also confronted and consoled his patron, having him let go of life and godhood as he knew, but all sensation of death and what comes after oblivion. He now wanders the world as a scholar and a mage, mapping and writing books about the world the people now live in. Whew. Specific anecdote. Magnus once lured a giant blob of black tendrils the size of a skyscraper into a magic defense field due to losing a game of rock parchment shears. Whoops. Whoopsie. Okay. Oh, we're closing it out. We're coming back to the true favorite color. Purple. We're back, baby. We're back. Chitonus, right arm, neck, and third eye. I don't know what that means. Obsession with writing, black sleeveless trench coat, narcoleptic. We started with purple. We took a detour to red, a little bit of pink, a little bit of black, I think one blue, and we're back at purple. We have done it. I think it's a sign. Beautiful. Beautiful. There was a green in there? Yeah, a little green, Well, I will say, I know we still didn't get everyone today, but we made it a lot further through the list than before. Like before I still had like an endless list, and I like have a not endless list. Like if I were to stream another hour, probably we could do, but I really can't do that today. I really just need to call it at 2 hours. I can already feel my voice starting to go, so if I call it now, I will not lose my voice at all, and it'll be great. But yeah, this has been really fun. I'm glad that you all are having fun. I know I can't always do everyone's stories who show up, and I'm really sorry about that, but I am happy that we are getting through them. And maybe in the next couple times, if you keep coming, we will be able to finally get everybody. I know that not every 1,000 people plus who submitted will be showing up to the lives, but I think for the people who have been coming, I think we will eventually get through all of you. Dear God, I hope so. But yeah, thank you all for hanging. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks for engaging in all these stories. It's so fun for me to learn all the stories. It's so fun for me to share all the stories. It's fun for me to give your characters a platform, however short, even if it's not in a song. That way we can kind of still like experience your characters. So for me, that's fun because it means that I get to spend these special moments this way. Even if I can't do a song for everyone, it just helps me. I don't know if helps me is the right word, but like, I think it's really cool that I get to at least spend time with each character this way, or the ones that we get to this way, because it's special. Alright, I already saw a bunch of you join the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, it's dorko.tv/Discord. We'll give you the invite. Yeah, totally. I have a whole character lore, like, I was gonna call it chapter, channel, where you can just post whatever about your I may not like read all of that the same way that I will be reading through, but sometimes if I picked out a character and I know you're in the Discord, I may go through and see what else you've posted about the character, if I'm looking for more. But yes, yeah, we've got a character artwork out like place, and we've got character lore, a place to share character moments from your games as they're happening. But yeah, thank you, Aiden. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I will be live again. I don't know when, but if you're in the Discord, you'll get at least a small heads up. And I will try to at least go live a couple more times in the next week or so while I'm still on holiday. And I hope you all are taking good care of yourselves, trying to get enough sleep, hydrating, and I will see you in all of the upcoming videos and lives and in the Discord. And you are all wonderful. I will now go. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye now. Toy Store, anyone? Okay. Bye for real.